Hello everyone! Ever wondered what the most profitable crops are to grow through your first year in Stardew Valley? I've started a brand new farm just to show you just that thing. I'm going to go through season by season, crop by crop, and demonstrate which ones are going to make you the most money. Keep in mind, these aren't the only things worth growing, they're just the most profitable for your first year. So to start, we're going to take those 15 parsnips we get as a gift because they're free. Also because they only take 4 days to mature, so that's quick turnaround profit. And with the 500 gold we start with, I'm also going to buy parsnips. So just like that, I have 40 parsnips that I now need to plant. That's what 40 parsnips looks like, planted and watered. Turns out, your watering can has 40 charges at the start of the game. And I barely have enough energy to water all those. So now I'm simply going to water those until they're all grown up in 4 days. Okay, it's the 5th of spring, my parsnips are already ready. I did lose 2 to crows. That's alright, there's nothing I can do about that. I cannot make scarecrows until my farming skill levels up, and that doesn't happen until I pick some stuff. I also always recommend using fertilizer. It's worth the money, it makes all your crops that much more valuable, which means more money, or people like them more, or whatever. You get a nice gold star at the very least. Now that I have 38 beautiful parsnips in my possession, I'm going to stand out here and wait for the store to open at 9 o'clock. Now that the store is open, we're going to talk to our good friend Pierre and sell those parsnips, 1330 gold. Then what we're going to spend all our money on is kale, which takes 6 days to grow and is very healthy for you. Luckily I can only afford 19 at this point, which is good for this video because I don't want to water any more than I have to. These will make me some pretty good money by the time they're done. This is what the 19 of them look like, all watered. Now to water them for 6 days. Thanks to those 38 parsnips, farming leveled up, I can now make scarecrows, which I will do tomorrow to protect my remaining seeds. This is what a scarecrow looks like. If you're ever wondering how big of an area they cover 8 spaces in any direction, so straight up at an angle to the side, it's actually a really big area, so you need surprisingly few scarecrows to cover pretty much any crop you're going to grow. Okay, of course, turns out a fairy's going to come and grow some of my kale up early. That's okay, I'm going to pretend this didn't happen and still harvest it when it should have been naturally mature. Conveniently, that's just 12 less I have to water every day, so I'm all for that. The kale is now done. It is the 11th of spring. It takes a scythe to harvest, like so. Just like that, 18 kale. It's actually supposed to be 19. I guess I missed watering that one day. Not the end of the world. I have a day to spare, so I will pick it tomorrow. Unless, of course, it disappears for no reason, which it did. Not the end of the world, I still have 18 kale, which are going in the bin. They will be money by tomorrow. Those 18 kale were worth 1980 gold. The point of growing parsnips and then kale is because they grow fairly quickly for decent money, and they're matured and sold by the 13th of spring, which of course is the egg festival. Which is where you find strawberries, our first truly valuable crop. They do cost 100 gold each, but they are very profitable. I had enough for 19 strawberry seeds. Depending on how you play, you might have the money for a lot more. Whatever the case, you want as many strawberry seeds as you can. If money is your goal, they are by far the most valuable thing you can grow in spring, even if you buy them on the 13th. Now it's time for our favorite game, the waiting game. It is now the 21st, and my strawberries are ready for the first harvest of the 2 you can get in your first spring. Don't forget to water them after you pick them. They will continue to grow and produce strawberries. If you do forget for a day or 2, it's not the end of the world. There are a few days of leeway in spring with strawberries. Now, 21 basic strawberries in the bin. We'll find out overnight what they're worth. Farming has now leveled up to level 2. Strawberries give you good experience. I can now make sprinklers. I won't do them in this video, but sprinklers are always recommended for the renewable crops like strawberries. That way you don't have to water them for 28 days straight. These strawberries, first harvest, 2520 gold already. The 25th is here already, which means my second batch of strawberries is ready to go. Don't need to water them today, won't have enough time left in spring for them to reach maturation again. 20 strawberries in the bin should be worth approximately 2500 gold once again. Farming leveled up once more thanks to strawberries. And just like that, another 2400 gold. Which puts me up to a total of an even 5,000. There's nothing else I have time to grow in spring, so I'm going to sleep for a few days until the start of summer. Just like that, it's the 1st of summer, which means my old crop is all dead and most of my hoed spaces have disappeared. So while I'm waiting for the store to open, I'm going to hoe a few more in anticipation of the new seeds I'm going to buy. And our valuable summer crop is everyone's favorite, blueberries. I have enough for 62 of them at this time. That should make me a lot of money. They do grow all month long, so they need constant care and love. For those of you that have actually managed to unlock the bus by summer, a more valuable crop to grow is the starfruit, which is purchased in the oasis. Most of you won't be able to do that though, and they are quite expensive, so blueberries is what most of you are going to grow, and they are still very profitable. This is what they look like all planted. As you can see, my crop is growing very fast. Now it's the 14th, and the first harvest of the amazing blueberries is ready to go, so I'm going to pick all these and then water them all. The high value of blueberries comes from the fact that every plant can give you 2 or 3 individual blueberries, so they add up really fast. So now that they're all watered, I'm going to throw my 188 blueberries into the bin to see what they're worth. Farming has leveled up one more time. Thanks to all those blueberries, they are also a really good source of experience too, so that's a double benefit. This harvest was worth 9,424 gold. It cost me 5,000 initially, and I still have several harvests, so I've already basically doubled my money with lots more to come. On the 18th, they're ready to go once again. Thanks to my second harvest of blueberries, my farming is at level 5, which means I have the option of choosing my profession. I'm going with tiller, of course. Crops worth 10% more, that's the obvious choice. 22nd of summer, harvest number 3. Already, it's the 26th of summer and the final harvest of blueberries. Hilariously, it's raining today. It's the first time it's rained in many weeks on the one day that I don't actually have to water them because they won't grow after this anyway. Anyways, now that I have 3 harvests in my backpack, they're all going in the bin. There is 558 of them total. Farming once again leveled up. It is now level 6. I could make quality sprinklers had I done anything other than water plants for my career. Those 3 combined harvests were just over 30,000 at 30,768 gold. Another one of the added benefits of things like blueberries is that they continue to grow right until the end of the month, and then as you roll into the new month, the spaces stayed hoed, so all you need to do to clear them is swing your scythe, which costs 0 energy, and then it's ready for planting again. So since it is now fall, otherwise known as cranberry season, we're going to buy a whole bunch of those. Now, since I had 40,000 gold, that would have allowed me to buy 160 or so cranberries. Logistically, I cannot water and plant those every day, so I'm just going to go with 50. 50 cranberry seeds with 28,000 gold to spare anyway. This is what they look like, planted and watered. Now back to the waiting game. And the first harvest comes around very quickly. It is only the 8th today and they're already ready to go. Just like the blueberries, each plant produces multiple berries itself. That means my 50 plants have given me 105 cranberries. As soon as I'm done watering this mess, they will go in the bin and we'll find out overnight what those are worth. So 105 in the bin, worth 8,650. And considering I could have potentially bought 3 times as many, that would have been worth about 25,000 gold for a single harvest. Anyways, I've still got a few to go, so let's get to that. Just like magic, it is the 13th. Luckily it's raining, so I don't have to water for at least this day, and there's another harvest ready. Thanks to that harvest, farming level 7 already. Nothing really exciting there. Watering can proficiency always helps. The sunny 18th of fall and my 3rd harvest is ready. I'm really praying for rain for the rest of the season because I'm really getting sick of watering stuff. Here we find ourselves on the 23rd of fall for our 4th harvest of the season. And today is the final day of fall, which is happily the last harvest of cranberries, and the last harvest you can do because tomorrow it's winter and you cannot grow anything in winter. With the exception of the winter seeds, of course, which just give you more forageable goods, which are worth some money but nothing I ever bother with personally. Anyways, now that that last harvest is up, I have 419 cranberries to give thanks to those previous 4 harvests. We'll see what those are worth overnight. Farming has leveled up once again to level 8, almost hit level 10 just doing these few crops. So those final 4 harvests were worth 34,458 gold plus the initial of 8,000, so that's about 42,000 gold for the month of fall. And as I said, I could have had a crop that was 3 times as big, so 42,000 times 3 is about 120,000 gold just for the fall crop. But logistically, I couldn't do it without upgraded tools or sprinklers or anything, so that's okay. I'm still up to 71,340 gold and farming level 8. Obviously, as people are playing, they're going to have different crops, different sizes, different tools, all sorts of different things. I just wanted to simply make you a video demonstrating the most profitable crops for every season you can feasibly do in your first year. The only exception might be if you get the bus going before summer, get the star fruit, that's more valuable. If you do happen to find a few ancient or rare seeds along the way, might as well plant those, they are more valuable than anything. And if you haven't seen my channel yet, check it out. All sorts of cool videos like this one in there. Huge crops, valuable crops, tricks, cheats, all sorts of crap. Take a look, would appreciate it. Hope you like this one. Thanks for watching. Does anybody find it weird that the Scarecrows can talk?